What determines the character of a good and sustainable community?
A good community, in the first place, is a community that lends its life to the well-being of its inhabitants, i.e., it provides the basic necessities and infrastructures that are germane to basic living: water, electricity, good roads, communication, those kind of things. Now, a sustainable one is another story entirely. That will suggest that those who enjoy those benefits understand that they have a responsibility also to keep those benefits, and it would involve their willingness, without being coerced, to step out and rally their neighbors together and collectively take charge, do what they need to do to preserve the services and the benefits that they enjoy.
Nigeria yìí ti gbogbo wa ni, kò má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́, torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ.
A great community is not just a place or location. It is a collection of men, women, and children who willfully come together as families, friends, and neighbors to work for the achievement of mutually beneficial goals.
This is Akoka community. This is a place where people take responsibility for the development of their own. They do things themselves. The spirit of Lagos is well pleased with what they are doing, and that's why we're here.
Instead of the pursuit of individual and selfish ends, members are often committed to the building of secure, cleaner, healthier, and prosperous communities. Such noble visions and efforts motivate the men, women, and youths of the Akoka Community Development Association, a community that is steadily transforming its environment into an integrated, secure, clean, healthy, and prosperous community.
I moved into this neighborhood when I got my appointment in 1967 with the University of Lagos. What is today University of Lagos Press? I started it from Membrayo. So 2 years after, this land was allocated to me, which was in the swamp. That was the first to start building on this Oyenuga, which is today Oyenuga Street, for swamp.
Located within the Bariga Local Development Area of Lagos State, Akoka community is made up of about 150 streets, lanes, and roads. With a population of about 40,000 people, Akoka is the host community to a number of tertiary institutions of learning, including the University of Lagos, the Federal College of Education, and iconic schools like St. Philip's College, as well as Nigeria's oldest secondary school, the CMS Grammar School.
Normally, what brought me to Akoka then was just because of the lights. You are sure of getting at least 18 hours, 20 hours light in Akoka. But now you see people that live around there, most of them, because it's a school environment, we have lecturers that goes in the morning and come back in the evening. Nobody cares about the street, nobody cares about the environment. Everybody is just on his own.
The story of the renewal of Akoka tells like a tale of rags to riches. Once abandoned by its landlords, tenants, and neighbors, Akoka is gradually regaining its self-confidence through the relentless efforts of its own inhabitants. Citizens who are now determined to reverse the trend by coming together in one accord, by shunning all excuses and committing irrevocably to the renewal of their beloved Akoka community.
There's a young man, I'm sure you must have met him, Mr. Shegu Adesoyan, who has such a wonderful passion. And the passion he has is about people living in a very good community, in a very good and healthy environment. And so, he has it at the back of his mind that everybody should be able to live well. He started thinking that we must have a CDA. He went to the elderly men. We have some 70, 75, 80-year-old joining him in that passion. And so, before you can say Jack Thomas, a CDA has been formed and registered and inaugurated.
He encouraged the old people and the young people. He gathered together are very cooperative, very energetic, and they work selflessly. Because it makes me to remember when we, in our own time as a Akoka club, when we used to patch the roads with sand.
Although he was not originally born in Akoka, Segun Adesanya has since become one son of the soil in whom the community is well placed. Having lived for about 30 years in different houses and on different streets within the community, he has come to represent a very rare breed of commitment to the good of his neighborhood.
It needs credible leadership. I say credible because you could have some people wanting to be in the executive, interested in the money, and really thereafter just going to sleep. And then everybody will be disillusioned and nothing will happen. But if you happen to have that initial binding together, interested people, and we see results, when people see that, then they are encouraged, I believe, to contribute and do more, whatever they are called upon to do.
My name is Ibirunke Daniel. I live at number 1 Olaiwaju Street, Akoka, and I've lived there now for 38 years. We saw that we had other things we could also do for ourselves. Things like the road is bad, light up the place. I'm part of the traffic group in my community. We handle that traffic every morning. Let's come together. Those who want to do it, give them the support, let them do it. And the world will be a better place for all of us. It's for all of us. If it's good, it's for you and I. But you need to start from somewhere. You need to start the making before you get the finished job. So, let us be committed to our civic responsibility to our Lagos. Eko Nibajo.
Through the relentless pursuit of the common good, the leadership of the Akoka Community Development Association has within 2 years achieved milestones that were initially thought to be impossible. As soon as the executive committee was inaugurated, a comprehensive action plan was designed for the sustainable development of the Akoka community. Top on the list of this development agenda was the rehabilitation of roads, the building of culverts, and the clearing of gutters.
This is Ricket Road off St. Phoebus Road. Until about 3-4 months ago, for 20 years, these roads remain impassable. Nobody could come to this road, nobody could pass these roads. Until the CDA came 3 months ago to open up the drainage. We feel what we remove from the drainage and put it on the road, and it has remained passable for people now. We are just calling on the government to please come and do something for this road. If not so, we don't know what will happen anytime after the rainy season.
Bright Oridami and Oyenuga streets have also been resurfaced. Similarly, Afon Lane, Olanriwaju, Wule Motu Ajoke, and Abayomi streets have been toured with the help from the Public Works Department of the Bariga Local Community Development Area. After what appeared like a lifetime of regular traffic congestion, especially at the Paco junction of the community's main street. A group of volunteers have come together to help reduce the daily gridlock.
The community has come together to make this place a better living for all of us. And what we do is that from Monday to Friday, 6 to 9 every morning, we come around to manage the traffic, because we know early in the morning that people are always in a hurry to go out to their place of work or take their children to school. General morning on this junction is sometimes very funny, because when you get here by 6:30, the traffic is light and you start doing it as if it's going to be like that. But before you say Jack Robinson, once it's 7, you see, those are one of the things we face. When you see, you know, those are the things we face here every time.
A major cause of go-slow in this neighborhood is the overtaking by downfall drivers. But since the CDA started, they don't allow them to do like that again. The moment CDA starts in the morning, they don't allow anybody to park anyhow until Paco here, and traffic will be moving. If it is a long traffic, everybody will just be following, nobody that they will be driving anyhow. They don't allow downfall to just stay opposite them, because they will put some plastic, they don't allow them to stay on the road to create traffic problem.
Another area of intervention has been health and sanitation. While waiting anxiously for the establishment of a government hospital or health center, the community has since initiated a series of health education programs, including a quarterly Work for Life program among members of the community.
A day. When it is normal, you go once a day, so you don't have to take it twice or 3 times.
In addition, health officers are periodically invited to give health talks on such topics as drug abuse, obesity, and cancer, as well as to give guidance on sustainable eating habits. And then there is the weekly sanitation program coordinated by the Community Sanitation Committee.
The sanitation started last year, so it was inaugurated, and we swung into action, and we try to sanitize the public concerning what is expected of them, of a cleaner environment. So at the initial stage, the level of compliance was very low. People were not cooperating. They were of the opinion that government will do everything. But we try to educate them that you need to support the government. You don't expect government to do everything. So our previous visit, for about 2 or 3 times, we register compliance of the community. So they have been complying, and that is why I will say the level of compliance so far is about 65%.
Lack of access to potable water is one of the most common causes of healthcare challenges in most communities. Not only does this lack of access to pipe-borne water manifest in waterborne diseases, the economic costs are also quite significant, especially for the women and the girl child. To reduce such costs, the Akoka community embarked on a borehole water production and distribution project.
Hello, how are you? Before this was here, what was the situation of water in this area?
It's very scarce.
How did you get your water?
We used to buy water from outside from people, or draw water from the inside the well.
And that was the only source of water you had.
Yes.
But what is the experience today?
Today we are very happy for that, because all the houses, the water is running everywhere.
That is wonderful. Look at this, for example. 2 years ago, there was no water in this community, in this street and many other streets. But today, through the efforts of the residents, this has been made possible. And water now goes to every house in the streets in this area through the efforts of their own. Now, this is an example to other communities. If they can do this, everyone can do this also. And this is the spirit of Lagos, a belief that anything is possible where people are willing and they are ready to do their own part.
Each child is supposed to pay 3,000 naira so that we can get them the water in front of their house. But now what we have done is just to pipe it away from this place. Because we allow people to come and fetch water here, it will destroy this road. And two, because of the transformer is so close to this place, we don't want the children to play around there. But we just have to put this water there because this is the only available place.
Women are critical stakeholders within every community. In Akoka, the importance placed on the role of women in the achievement of communal goals led to the establishment of a Women's Forum. The forum, formally inaugurated during the first Akoka Merit Award ceremony, was established to identify and implement women-friendly policies and activities within Akoka.
We decided that women should be taken care of so that they can take care of their children. Because children that are well taken care of will grow up to be responsible children and become leaders tomorrow. So we decided, okay, we are going to bring women together, form a forum, empower them in whatever field they are interested in, and with little money coming in, they can give back to their husband and live a peaceful family life. That's why we set up the Women's Forum.
No community can exist without women. Women are the caretakers of homes, of the community, of the nation, and the world at large.
Young men and women play central roles in the affairs of the Akoka community. Apart from their dominant presence in the activities of the traffic and sanitation committees, the Akoka Youth Forum is responsible for the production of the Akoka Watch, a periodic, full-color magazine of the Akoka community which aims at inspiring the youths to actively participate in communal development. It is edited and produced by the young boys and girls of Akoka. Sports and recreational activities also serve as platforms for the building of healthy and cordial relationship among members of the Akoka community.
This here is another example of the uniqueness of this community. They find ways to engage themselves, especially the youth. They are so active. They organize things like this to keep themselves busy and to find ways to contribute to society by building themselves and building the community around them.
We meet on a regular basis and talk about how to develop the community, and it has actually helped in improving the physical health, where there's once in a month, most people in the community, especially the youth, we go around then jogs or ride bicycles or something, just to build up the healthy life in our community, like one big family.
Securing the neighborhood is a task of great concern to most Nigerian communities. Confronted by socio-economic challenges of daily living, many criminals have been let loose upon innocent citizens across the land. In Akoka, a mix of preventive and curative strategies has been devised to address the problem of security. One such creative solution was the implementation of a street lighting scheme within the community.
I remember when I was small, I grew up in Lagos, Lafiaji, and then finally moved to Ishagaro, Itire by Ishaga. We can go to Dwelegba from there to go and buy things without fear. But now, can you send a child 7 p.m. to go and buy sweets in the next street? You can't. But now we have a peaceful environment. The police, luckily the people in our area is assisting. Whenever I talk to him or call him, he's willing to come out and assist us.
Apart from lighting the streets to illuminate and secure the neighborhood, the Akoka CDA maintains a very cordial and productive relationship with the Divisional Police Office.
I think in Bariga we have about 31 CDAs, but out of the 31 CDAs, Akoka CDA distinguished itself so much. As far as I'm concerned, there is none out of the CDA that is close to it. In terms of relationship with the police, I think Akoka CDA has distinguished itself. Anything they see, they liaise with the security men. Any problem they felt that can crop in the area, immediately they call in the police. The street lights, the cleaning of the streets, and everything they do there, it assisted the police so well. Because with all these things, it's sending away all the criminals from that area. And the relationship between the people of the area and my policemen is very, very cordial.
In just a little more than 2 years, the Akoka Community Development Association has demonstrated that renewal is possible for every community that challenges itself.
The environment, the street, the neatness, the road, everywhere. Before, we don't used to have dustbins in the streets, but now everything is here. We don't have water before. The tap is running 24 hours, you know.
Indeed, on the 30th of November 2014, Akoka received the very impressive award of the 7th Best Performing CDA out of a total of 8,023 CDAs registered by the Lagos State Government. Such recognition came barely 30 months after registration. To honor and celebrate these heroes and heroines, the Executive Committee of the Akoka Community Development Association recently put together the first edition of its Akoka Merit Award Day.
We want to show example for others that this award is not we want to show up. For us, we believe people have worked so hard for Akoka for the past 25 years, nobody remembers them. People have worked so hard for the past 2 years. We just need to reward them and award them and recognize them for the little effort they are putting. For me, let me just say, I love you so much, people of Akoka, for the support, and thank you very much.
To present to Honorable Sulaiman Omoyele Akim, alias Uris, the Excellence Award for Akoka CDA. Once again, I want to thank you for the award. Keep the flag flying. We appreciate all that Akoka CDA is doing.
When you start talking of communities, nobody is an island. Until this got together into the middle of other areas. And first of all, most importantly, the more you are together, the better it is.
It is indeed an honor to present this award to you on behalf of the association. May you continue to do the good works that we are known for. Congratulations.
I'm not sure that I deserve this actually, because I think whatever I do within the community, I'm also doing for myself. But I take it as an encouragement, and certainly this is something that will make me to rededicate myself to everything that I can possibly do to bring about some improvement in our lives within this wonderful community. I thank you very much indeed.
The success story of the Akoka CDA was not without its own challenges. When the idea was first suggested, not a few people were opposed to it. Some felt that it was simply a waste of their time and resources. Others felt that community development is, after all, the primary responsibility of government. However, there have always been more believers than non-believers. With such a track record of successes in such a short time, what future plans are ahead for Akoka CDA?
This is a proposed plan for Akoka Sports Complex. It's a stretch of land that can contain all these things. We intend to do this within a year so that we can present to the local government has really approved it. We can see from the left side of that land, proposed land, the children playing ground will be the first one there. After the children playing ground, we have the fitness center, we have the table soccer, table tennis, snooker, we have the kiosks or the store, and we have the security outfit. And apart from security, after the security, we have also at least car wash that can take 3 cars at a point in time. It comes with the car park. It's a complete package. And whatever we are doing, we just want to, from Akoka, we want to be the best.
Very soon we are going to have a market for the women. We are going to have a cooperative for the women. And if you are not working, for instance, you are selling pure water, and the cooperative give you money to be selling bread, won't you be happy? And you have a market store where you can go and display your goods, you'll be happy.
This is the proposed site for Akoka CDA market. Though it was supposed to be a road, but the road has been abandoned for more than 30-40 years. And for us, we just felt that we should do something that will bring income to the community and also create employment for at least 30 women within this community. This land has been lying fallow for years now. We just thought at least let us do something with this place. And it's going to be a modern market, an open market, and it will be only sponsored by the CDA, except the local government wants to help us or the state government wants to help us.
One lesson to be learned from this story is that it is people who make up a community, and it is those people that determine the fortunes and directions of that community for better or worse.
I will employ everybody. People should not rely solely on the government to provide everything for them.
For communities to develop, people in that community must be ready to develop it. The land will not just develop itself. It needs people to do 1, 2 or 2 things. So I'm just encouraging that what we have done in Akoka CDA is possible for every community to do.
From the evidence before us, the Akoka Community Development Association is one great example of community-driven development waiting to be emulated.
The fact that they have taken the plunge, they've made the first move, they've done the first project and the second project, and they have a leadership that they trust, and the entire community is behind them. Those are the key elements for success, and we know that it's only a matter of time. If they continue the way they are going, there's nothing that they cannot do within their community, and they become the pilots that other communities can learn from.
Àgbájọwọ́ mà ní. Wọ́n ló ń gbẹ́rù dórí. Àwọn ọmọ wa ẹ má má jẹ́ kan tàràkà.